Back when USAID Uganda was developing its first country development cooperation strategy, we worked with USAID Washington to come up with this idea of how do you make sure you're paying attention to the trends, to the evidence, to the results in a way that seeks to achieve the end development outcomes. And we came up with this idea of collaborating, learning, and adapting. Collaborating, learning, and adapting is USAID's approach to building in more intentional collaboration with our partners, learning in a very, again, intentional, systematic way that builds on good development practices, adapting, making a change, whether it's in a program, an activity, a way that we work, a business process, to try to achieve better development outcomes.
Community Connector is an integrated nutrition and agriculture project, a project that is linking communities to services.
Its technical focus is to integrate gender, nutrition, livelihoods, and food security to address malnutrition and poverty at the household level in targeted districts. CLA will help us determine how integration has been successful in Community Connector and also help us to know which things are the best practices to implement an integrated activity.
Community Connector was one of the first activities that we intentionally built in CLA, both in the structure of the program as well as infusing CLA practices within the work.
USAID included this framework as a means by which we would be able to learn how to do this, but also be able to adapt as we go so that we may be able to meet the goals that we had agreed with them.
Collaborative learning and adapting was designed into Community Connector in a three-phase modular approach: pilot, scale-up, and impact.
During the learning module, we come together as partners and identify the areas that we actually have to learn. Among those partners is USAID. And together with awardees, CBOs, the community-based organizations, and the government, we agree to learn together before we implement.
In the first learning module, we did a lot of situation analysis just to be able to understand whether the assumptions we held when we designed the project were holding. We were able to ask questions on the drivers of food insecurity, drivers of poverty, drivers of malnutrition. We found that the situation on the ground was different from what was in the design. It made us change some of the things that were in the design of the project, making them more applicable to the communities where we were going to work. Collaborative learning and adapting has affected our M&E system in a good way. We collected data that helped us redesign the activities in the community. The information comes directly from the volunteers to the office, and we do the analysis in the office and give real-time data. We are able to pass on the learning easily in a timely manner so that everybody is able to see the lessons that are coming from the field.
With this learning, everybody's coming to understand we need to be a little bit more flexible. We need to respond to what is happening where we are working rather than people responding to what we want.
Regular forums allowed the staff to actually learn from each other. In so doing, they have become comfortable going out, trying things, making mistakes, but learning from their mistakes. So it was no longer risky for them to fail. Failure was a means of getting things right.
We've proved the concept of CLA. It works and it adds value to the project implementers, but also to the recipients. One thing that we have found out is that stakeholders' knowledge is very important because they know the situations. So it's not just learning for the sake of learning. It's learning because you want to have a bigger impact with the same amount of resources.
Community Connector has really embraced as a team and as a project that active participation in learning, and quite importantly, have also done it in a way that's involved USAID.
The USAID Uganda mission has provided a conducive environment where CLA flourishes. The mission has allowed the implementing partner to feel at ease, not to look at numbers, but allow the time to learn and adapt, focusing more on processes to accomplish positive results.
They would come to the mission, present their results, engage with the different technical areas on a regular basis. It becomes easier when you have different technical people in one room looking at the program that Community Connector is presenting holistically.
I think for those of us who are working in CLA in a mission or in the agency or with partner organizations, it's a work in progress. We're trying new things. It's a fantastic opportunity that the agency has given us and is supporting us in trying new collaborating, learning, and adapting approaches to try to enhance our work.
I feel that if USAID mission continues with the CLA approach, it's going to be very inclusive. A lot of Ugandans who have been left out will be included in the activities.
We at USAID Uganda would encourage other missions to actually embrace CLA, because at the end of the day, we have to ensure that we are implementing programs that are informed. CLA is something that I highly recommend to various missions because it works.